So in today's video, we're going to be making this AI generated video. Everything you see in this video is something that was made out of free AI. So no matter who you are, no matter where you are, you're going to be able to achieve a video like this using free AI tools. I'm going to break it down and show you how you can do this quickly and naturally without paying a dime for AI.
Her hands trembled as she opened the letter. The handwriting, it was his. She had never forgotten it. Every step she took felt like it led her closer to something impossible. Yet she couldn't shake the feeling that it was real. There he stood, beneath the oak tree, as if no time had passed at all. She couldn't speak, couldn't believe it. He had returned. In that moment, she realized love never truly fades. It waits, and when it's meant to be, it brings you back together.
Alright, to be able to make the 3D video that we just saw in a few seconds ago, first thing you need to do is a very short and intriguing story. If your story is boring, if your story doesn't hit it with your viewers, you're not going to get a lot of views. Your story has to be short and intriguing. Alright, now so here's what I do. I come to ChatGPT and then I type generate a very short and touching intriguing story. Now you can flesh this out and specify some more things, but I didn't just want to do all of that. I just wanted to keep it to the minimal. Generate a very short and touching, intriguing short story. You can see that I repeated short here and here. So we have short in two parts of this prompt. Why? Because I wanted to emphasize to ChatGPT that it is important for us to have a short story. Being short is important for me. All right, so this is the story that ChatGPT has generated. I can see it. It's short and it's very nice. I like it. Now, so the next thing is I told ChatGPT I would like to create prompts to generate images, prompts to animate them, and voiceover for each scene. Now, this is something you should know. For you to generate an AI generated video, you need three things. One is you need prompts to generate images. The reason why we need prompts to generate images is because we want images that will be able to convert into video. So all we need is, first of all, images, and then prompts to animate them, and then we need voiceovers. So while the animated images are playing, we need a voiceover. All right, so this prompt is going to give us all of that. Now listen, I'm going to paste all of this. I'm going to put all of this in the description just so you have it ready for you to use. All right, now so this is what happens. It gives me all the scenes for my story, all the different scenes for my story, and then for each scene it sends me the image prompt and then the animation prompt and then the voiceover. All right, for each story. Now but there's a real problem with AI generated images and AI generated videos. Sometimes you can have inconsistent characters, so we want to make sure that our character is consistent, and one way of doing that is to include the specific features that we want in the character in every prompt, so you don't have to do it yourself. So this is what I did. I told ChatGPT to modify these scripts to use this style. So now I'm adding the 3D character of Mrs. Mayer stylized in Pixar. Now all of this means that it should just be a 3D character. I could also have specified the age. All right, if I want to consistently have an old woman or a young woman, I could also have specified the age and every other thing. Now see, I'm also going to leave this prompt in the description. All right, so finally it gives me something like this. This is beautiful. It has the image prompt, the animation prompt, and the voiceover. This is everything we need. Now it has those for all the different scenes. As it is here, we have 4 scenes in all. This is a very short story for the sake of this tutorial. All right, and so sometimes you can tell ChatGPT to do something and it doesn't do it, so you have to check that it has done it. Now it did not mention the 3D character design of Mrs. Mayer. It did not mention it in all of the prompts that it's created. Now so it now redid it, and this time it has that designed in 3D and Pixar-meets-DreamWorks, yada yada yada. It has that in all. So every time it mentions Miss Mayer, is going to describe the 3D character so that the AI can be consistent. All right, so finally we have something like this, and this is perfect for what I want. All right, I'm going to leave the prompt in the description of this video. So now that we are through with creating our prompts, we have everything that we need to create our videos. So the first step here is to create our images, and we can do that using Leonardo.ai, or we can also use Image FX. I'm telling you, Image FX is the bomb. Image FX is very, 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 very good. So I used to use Leonardo.ai, but Leonardo gives you, I think they give you a certain amount of credits that you have to use in a day, and then after you exhaust your credits for a day, you have to wait for the next day before you get another set of credits. But Image FX is just crazy. So all we have to do is go to Image FX, we type it on the address bar, and then comes up here. It's a Google product and it's free. All right, so we'll come here to Image FX, and as you can see, there's a place for you to type in your prompt. You don't have to try thinking of what prompts to type in. You just go to what ChatGPT has created for you, and you can see there that we have the image prompt. All right, so I'll copy the image prompt, and then I'll come here to Image FX and paste it here in Image FX. All right, now we'll click on create. You don't have to do anything more. Everything that you need for your prompt is already here. So you click on create and then give it some time depending on how fast your system is and how many people are accessing the AI at that point in time. All right, so it doesn't take long usually though. And then it comes up with four different characters, four different pictures that match the character and the scene that has been described in your ChatGPT prompt. All right, so we have this, and this is very, very nice. This is very, very good. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and download from here, or I'll click on the image. If I want to view the image more, I'll click on it to view an expanded version of the image. For all the scenes that ChatGPT has generated for you, each of them, you copy the image prompt for all of them. All right, so you do that. I'm not going to do that because I've already done that on my own. All right, the next thing is for us to come to Clean AI to create our clips, to create our video clips with which we'll create our tutorial video. All right, so this is what we do. Come here to cleanai.com, and then it brings us to this screen that you can see right now. This is Clean AI, and it is very, very good. So we click on create, and it leads us to this window where we can choose image, text to video, or image to video. As you can see, I'll just click here. I'll just click video here. All right, and then give it some time to load, and it loads. Now the first thing you want to do in Clean AI is to make sure that you come here to choose 1.6 if it's not in 1.6. Why? Because if you choose 2.0, you're going to spend 100 credits just creating one clip, and you have 100, and they give you 146 in a day. So creating one clip is going to cost you 100. You don't want to do that because you have several clips in your video. All right, so we'll come here to choose 1.6, and then we'll make sure this is set to image to video. All right, this is set to image to video, and then we'll come here to click on the plus button and choose a particular image, the image that we generated, right, from Image FX. We're going to choose the image and then wait for it to load that image up. Now if you notice that, if you look here, you're going to see that we have standard here. That's because I've changed mine to standard. By default it should be professional, right? And if you choose professional, it's going to tell you that you have a pro feature when you're trying to generate. When you click on generate, it will tell you that you have a pro feature, and so you cannot generate. So what you should do is change this to standard. All right, also you can choose 10 seconds here or 5 seconds depending on the one that you want, but I think the more seconds that you choose, the more credit is going to demand from you, so you have to be careful about that. That's all you need to do here, and then good. Here we have prompt, and this prompt is optional. Now if you don't feel anything here, it's going to animate this picture just the way it wants. It's going to put any kind of animation that it thinks it should just put. It's just going to try to be innovative about it. But since we have a specific prompt from ChatGPT, remember when we did the ChatGPT gave us the image prompt and the animation prompt. So that animation prompt, you're going to copy it and bring it here for each of the scene. You understand? You generated the image with Image FX. Now you're going to paste the animation prompt here. Now, when you paste the animation prompt here, you're going to make sure that it is well pasted, and you see this button is green. All right, it's green and it's writing 20 here. That means if you click on generate, you're going to use 20 credit. Now I don't want to generate a clip right now, okay, because I've already generated all the clips I want. Now when you click on generate, it's going to tell you the amount of time you have to wait for your clip to be generated. The amount of time you have to wait for your clip to be generated is going to tell you that All right, so we don't want to go into all of that right now because I've already generated the clip that all the clips that I'm going to be using for this tutorial. That's practically all. Now that we have our images, we have our clips, we have everything that we need, now we now need to bring everything together using specific software. Now some people can use CapCut for this, but I want to use Clipchamp because Clipchamp on desktop has a way of helping you generate a voiceover for free. Now you don't have to pay for voiceovers. All right. Now a lot of people use 11 Labs. I'm not really a fan of 11 Labs, although they have really a lot of very nice voices, that you might like. But I like to talk about the free tools just for people who might not be able to afford the paid ones. So Clipchamp is going to help you generate voice for your video for free. Now all you have to do first of all is to come to record, right? And then come to create. Under create, you have text to speech here. You just click on it. Now, when you click on it, it's going to bring up this part of the screen that you can see right now. Now, you can choose English here, which is the language we are using. Now, under here, under voice, I like to choose other multilingual. Now, I can click here to hear the voice. I don't want to do that right now. Okay, so next thing is to come here to advance. All right, now change the vocal pitch to low here. All right, now the reason why we are doing that is because we want a deep voice for our voiceover. We need the voice to be deep and engaging. All right, so you can also change the pace here to suit what you are doing. All right, now when you're through with that, you come here to text, right, and go to ChatGPT and copy all the voiceovers for all the scenes that ChatGPT gave you. Now you're going to paste all of them here. Now, as you can see, this is everything for me, right? So I pasted all of them here and clicked on preview to hear how it's going to be. And then finally, I clicked on save. I'm not going to do that right now because I've already generated voiceover for this video. Now, the next thing we want to do is to go over, because for this clip, for this video that we are making, we need background music. Sometimes background music in your video can make the video very, very engaging. I told you before, I've told you very many times, all the music that you need is present in YouTube audio library. I know that there are many places you can get free copyright free music, but I think that the most trusted place to get copyright free music is YouTube audio library, because sometimes you can take a music, you can take a song or a sound, and they tell you that it's copyright free until you upload it on YouTube, and then you start seeing the copyright strike or warning on your video. You don't want to have any of those issues. So usually what I do is I come to studio.youtube.com, and as soon as you come to studio.youtube.com, you're going to go over to the left side of the screen. The left side of the screen where we have under analytics, we have community. Under community, we have subtitle. Now I'm going to come here to audio library. Now you click on audio library there and then wait for it to load depending on your internet connection. All right, so it's loading very fine now. Now we have all the sounds that we want. All we have to do is search for the kind of sound that you want. I'm going to come here and I'm going to type love, right? Now when I type love, I'm going to, so normally what I do is I search through the sound that matches the kind of ambience, the kind of mood that I want for my clip, for my video. All right. Now, see, also you need to be careful with this license type. Under license type here, right? Now, there are some music that you will see, they have CC, right? That means attribution is required. But for these ones that have the YouTube play button, no attribution is required. These are the ones I usually use because I don't want to start bothering about whether I attributed anybody or whether I paste the owner of the music in the description. I don't want to start bothering about that. So usually what I do is I come here to check the license type and make sure it is the YouTube play button that is showing here and no attribution is required. Now, I've already gone through all of this, and this song is the one that really meets my desire for this particular video that I'm making. So, Sweetheart is the one you want to download because it is romantic, it is classical, all of that, and it's a very nice music. I like it. Now, the next thing is to go and import it into our Clipchamp window. Let's go there now. Now we have our music, we have everything that we need for this video. We already have the clips for the video. Now, one thing I want to say about clips is sometimes your narration can be longer than the clip. right? What I used to do is I'll click on the clip and then I'll click on duplicate. That's what I used to do. But it will now repeat the clip. And sometimes that's not very nice. So one other thing you can do is click on the clip and then come here to speed to adjust the speed. Sometimes you reduce the speed so that it makes the clip longer, right? Because you generated a 10-second or a 5-second clip, right? Sometimes the narration, what the voiceover is saying, is longer than that. So you can reduce the speed so that your clip fills the space that you've allocated for that particular scene, right? I hope you get that. Here now we have our music, our background music. We have the voiceover that we want. We have the clips that we want. We've already made everything into this. Now the next thing to do is to just go ahead and click on export. Go ahead and click on export, right? Now this is one issue I was having for a very long time, and I hope that none of you have this issue. I was unable to export my videos from QuickChamp. Now, if you're having that issue, this is how to fix it. You just come here and go back home, right? Now, under home, you come to settings, and then you come to settings, and then you click on export, right? If you're having problem with exporting, it is usually this hardware acceleration that is the problem. So all I did was to turn this hardware acceleration off, and I was able to export. So if you're having this problem, this is what you can do. So we already now have a video, we're ready to export, we have the song, we have everything that we need. All right, so all we have to do is click on export, and you can choose the quality in which you want to export. Now 4K is a pro feature, but from 1080 to 480, they are all free. I'm going to click on 1080, and then I'm going to type the name. You can click here to change the name for your video if you want, right? Now I'm going to come here again. So this is exporting. I want to stop the export because I've already exported before. I don't want to export again. There's one other thing that I did not talk about, and I'm going to talk about it right now. Now you notice that when you create a clip on Kling.ai, it's going to have the watermark. All right, it's going to have a watermark. So this is the video. This is the clip that we created from Kling.ai. As you can see, there's a watermark here. All you have to do is drag this video so that the part of the watermark, if you don't want it, should be cut out of the video. That's the last part that I had not talked about. So now this is the very shortest way to create an AI generated video. You can see that there are many channels that are making a lot of money from videos like this, and now you can do the same using free tools like ChatGPT, like ClickCharm, and image.fx. My name is Lami, and I am the Viral Jedi. I'm going to see you guys in the next video.
Her hands trembled as she opened the letter. The handwriting, it was his. She had never forgotten it. Every step she took felt like it led her closer to something impossible. Yet she couldn't shake the feeling that it was real. There he stood, beneath the oak tree, as if no time had passed at all. She couldn't speak, couldn't believe it. He had returned. In that moment, she realized love never truly fades. It waits, and when it's meant to be, it brings you back together.